And now let's transform this big guy. I was so hyped about this figure, but the first batch sold out like in just a couple of days. So I paid for the second batch 2 months ago and it arrived yesterday. I was not disappointed. Hi guys, welcome back. This has been my only Bayverse Transformer toy,61Sentinel Prime. When it was first released, I bought it because I liked the character design and it was a really very good design. But when I was messing with the figure, I realized the actual psychological reason why I liked it. It looks just like Alpha Trion. And I never really had a solid image of this character at all, except for maybe his red or orange. So really, I wasn't after Sentinel Prime, I was after Alpha Trion when I bought this guy, you know, subconsciously. But anyway, here's the figure, let's talk about it. Usually, Oversized KO would scale the original like 1.2 to sometimes 1.5 because of one thing. If it is scaled too much, the figure won't look as detailed. But not for this guy. SS49 is amazing because how faithful it was to the character design and how great the sculpt is. This guy is scaled about 2.2 size larger according to my measurement, and the detail on the oversized figure got even more stunning because Black Mamba added more paint, mostly not more details, but only more paint. That says a lot about how great the original design was. Accessory wise, he comes with 2 sets of a double-edged sword. Don't know why villains like this kind of weapon so much, like Illidan and Thanos. As you see, this is a huge one. Like, it goes like to 2 sides of my palm, and there's some markings on it with a metallic paint, with some red paint around the handle, so that looks really nice. But for this one, it doesn't really have all those details. This is just an oversized version of the original, because on the other side, that's the car part. And also he comes with a massive shield, like very big shield. And from the other side, you can see you can either store the double-edged sword of this pair or that pair behind the shield, which is very good. The shield has a handle. This handlebar has a peg, and the way that you actually mount it onto the hand of Sentinel Prime is that you rotate this bar. Like you can actually have the hand plug into this handle, and then you rotate it to the right angle so that you can actually hold it in the proper way. So that's a very good design. I like that. And of course, it comes with a cloak made out of rubber, quite nice material, and it's soft. You just plug it in, like replace the transformable top of the car with this mushroom peg. And lastly, I think this qualified as an accessory is the water nozzle on the vehicle mode, but it can be plugged into the forearm, just like in the movie, and it's like a stinger. I know there's supposed to be another accessory, which is the gun he uses to actually kill Ironhide, but out of the package, I don't have that gun. And I was trying to contact the seller to get another copy of the gun. I don't know when I'm going to get it. So I'm sorry, I cannot review that piece for you. Now let's take a look at this fire engine. It just looks stunning. It looks just so cool. It doesn't look like a fire engine. It looks like a military vehicle of some kind. And because it weighs so much, it feels so much denser in vehicle mode. And scale-wise, let's use our reference vehicle, Jazz. This scale works. This scale doesn't even look wrong. And this guy comes with rubber tire, black rim, black rubber, and this wheel, due to transformation, it actually moves like up and down. And there's no locking position. But this is tight enough so that you can actually position this wheel in a way that 6 wheels are all touching the ground and rolls. So that's not an issue. And due to transformation, the front wheel actually turns a little bit, like this much angle inside and that much angle outward. It does lock, like a soft lock when it goes straight, but it does have some turning positions. So overall, this is just a massive, very cool looking fire engine. This figure is not just a pure oversized figure, it comes with some changes. So let's talk about the changes. First is the head. The head is a complete rework. There's some detail added, and the general design is the same as SS49, but the head is a complete new model. As you see, the original head doesn't really have like as many details, and these details would not like go as sharp if being oversized to that size. So that is a very welcome change. And here's a close-up of the head. It just looks spectacular. You can see the details in the pupil. The eyes are blue. It has so much detail. And of course, on the back of the head, there's a switch that you can have the light up feature. It looks just amazing. I have a studio light. The light is actually very bright. As you can see, it's just crazy. And the second change is about the hand. The hand is fully articulated now, and every joint is pinned and very tight. There's just one thing. It does not really move outwards. So the fingers don't spread out. And the hand actually moves this way. Like it moves inwards for whatever reason. But that's a very good change. Another change is about the leg. There are a few extra transformation steps that they added in to hide one more wheel inside of the leg instead of the 2 wheels on the side. And for the side and the back of the leg, the transformation are quite different now because there are quite a few foldable pieces that get all the kibbles from the side, like here, all the way like moved to the back. This does look cleaner on the side, but the kibble is now on the back. And another major change is about the cloak. As you can see, the driver's cap is now folded on the top of the cloak instead of in the back of the robot at the waist level. And also, there's a tiny little soft material can be folded out to form a shape on the cloak. So that's a nice little touch. And of course, these bars, these side bars on the vehicle mode is also folded in to the underside of the cloak, which makes the cloak look better and at the same time makes the robot mode have like more details. There is another major but invisible change. That is the joints, right? The joints of the figure, whether it's ratchet joints or friction joints like the elbow, they're all very strong. They're not like ridiculously tight, but you can feel those joints are fine-tuned to fit the scale and the mass of the figure. That's a very nice touch. And of course, there were many other minor changes, like they remolded this piece to make this hollow. There are markings all over the figure. There was so many paint that you can actually refer back to the actual design of the character. It's just full of surprises. In terms of diecast metal, I think there are only 3 parts are diecast, like this shoulder pad, this skirt piece, like flip out piece, and this feet. Rather than that, everything else is still just plastic, but still this figure is quite hefty. Now, with all those changes out of the way, let's talk about the articulation. Generally, the articulation is actually the same except for the hands and feet, but you will have so much joy. Just listen to this. It's just joy. It's pure satisfaction. I really love that feel. So in summary, if you like Sentinel Prime from the Dark of the Moon, or you're like me, who are looking for the Shadow of Alpha Trion from the sky, I think this is a good purchase. Thanks to the official design, this figure is a very good representation of the character. The price is very reasonable, the build is very good. Due to its size, the simple transformation doesn't make it like a workout. The overall feel of this figure is very close to a statue looking from afar. As a transformable toy, it's very well done. Okay, that's the video. I hope you like it. I'll see you in the next one.